Really is all in your mind, guys. This is about age and thinking because I was always really active, but around 25 to 30, I really felt I was getting old, even though now I feel way better than I did then. And if I would have known that, I would have just slapped myself out of it. But your mind gets you there. I was drinking a lot and eating way more than I should. Didn't know at the time, just being a normal human. I was never fat or anything, but looking back, and I was just feeling heavy and old and like, well, tricking slowing down, which is why I made that tricking sample where I put on the old man wig and, I was just feeling a little old, like I was never gonna, this is it. But as you just wrapped up in culture and society and you gotten some beliefs stuck in you that you don't even know, now I don't feel that way. Now I feel pretty damn good. I'm 42. I was 25, 26, 27 when I started feeling like I'm getting old. I think it was right around 25, 26. Just before smoking weed. I've never smoked weed before then either. I think I was around 27 or 8 or 26, something like that. So anyway, I was feeling old, but it was just about feeling like you're getting old. Look, listen, guys. It's all in your mind, if you look at someone's body, what they look like, how they're moving, and how vibrant they are, and not just their physical age looking and stuff like that, you can look at them and you can see, right, a physical representation of all their beliefs, all their everythings. It's all there encoded in their body. The way they act, the way they look, the way they move, the way they smell, everything. You can look at their whole belief system right there. Boom, look at them. If you feel it, you know what you're looking for, and you know how everything works. Now, I know a bunch of 80 and 70-year-olds that are doing crazy shit, still doing gymnastics, still running fucking speed. I watch the videos. It's not AI. You see old people all the time who are really active and like doing stuff that people half their age aren't doing, right? So there's something more going on to it. Now people will cut their growth right off and they'll say, well, it's genetics. It's it's in their family. So those people shut that door of them ever getting into a more free breathing belief system because that's they don't even know that. Bam, heart. It's just their genetics, and I don't have those genetics. Done. That's a hard belief. So you're never gonna be that way. You're gonna grow old like everyone else and all that stuff. And but it's gonna be normal to you. That's the way it works. And the people who are, well, they're lucky. Look at the genetics. They're lucky. He's 85-year-old running marathons and shit, or lifting weights and doing gymnastics on the beam and shit. Like, they're just genetics. No, it's your thoughts. You can change your thoughts. Most people don't. They run with the same mixed bag with slight variations up until they die, from about 10 years old till they die. But you can change your thoughts. And I'm a living proof. I feel so good now. I feel like I'm fucking 17, 18 again, right? And I'm getting better and better. And I see the fluctuations where I kind of dip back down to a lower kind of feeling, like maybe, but no, it doesn't ever stays. I can see me growing the momentums in a different way. So I look back at my 26-year-old self and I just want to slap him in the face. Like, dude, just stop drinking so much. Fast for like 2 days and then do some research. you know? Maybe I did. Maybe I did go back to my 26-year-old self and try to slap him awake, and which is why I started doing spice and shit and all these drugs and getting into spiritual stuff. I don't know exactly what got me into it. Something to do with music and Hendrix Morrison and drug and like spice and weed and alcohol, and my life and everything that's happened to me up to that point. But maybe I did. Maybe my own self in one of my meditation sessions now went back, slapped my son, 25-year-old self, rearranged some shit while he was asleep and drunk. And then when I woke up, I had the urge to like, I don't know, do spice or something or whatever. But I started going on that right to spirituality. I'm not saying that drugs are the way or the only way or whatever. Never, 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 never will I say that. It just happened to weigh my life for now. So maybe I did go back because that's what happens. We're all always connected with your past self, which is still happening now, and all its variations, all its abracadabra. Just forget about that word. All its bifurcations, adumbrations. I think that's right. Oh God, I say it too much now. It loses meaning after a while. Let me stop. I think that's very profound too. How you say a word over and over and over and over again, it loses its meaning, and then when you say it, it just sounds like gibberish. I think that's actually very important to think about. Actually, Because meaning, attach meaning to the words, meaning to this blooming confusion, the colors and shapes and everything. We have a meaning attached to it that, this is a human and doing this and doing that. But someone who doesn't know anything about this, about anything, would look at these shapes and colors and they wouldn't know these are two eyes and this is happening. They'd just be like, wow, look at this fucking tornado of perfection and colors. What the fuck? They wouldn't know it was this. We have the meaning attached to it. I wonder if we get ourselves to. I wonder if we would human so much, like you would say a word so much, it loses meaning. We human so much, we play human so much throughout eternity that eventually it loses its meaning and we forget that's this. I wonder if that actually happens. That thought came out of nowhere. I love him. I love him. I love him. 555 on my little timer there. So what was it originally about? I feel like I didn't finish it. Don't remember. Anyway, that's that one.